and ends on January 17. Water's associated organs are the yin kidneys and the yang bladder. Our core vital energy is located in the kidneys, so when kidney energy is strong and in balance, we promote regeneration of the body, youth, vibrancy, and vitality. The kidneys are the body's most important receptacle of essential energy, known in traditional Chinese medicine as the root of life. The kidneys are also the root of all yin and yang energy in the body. Kidney qi is almost never in excess, but it is frequently deficient. Causes of kidney deficiency may include overwork over a long period of time, too much brain work, a long vitality-draining illness, overindulgence in sexual activity, acute fever, or overconsumption of drugs or alcohol. The philosophy of the winter season is one of conservation and storage. Without such practice, the result will be injury to the kidney energy, the Najing Suen. An overall good lifestyle helps ensure great kidney health. The water line in Phyto 5 will energetically support your kidney health at this time of the year. Element water tones and firms, increases elasticity, hydrates and softens lines of mature skin. Water is a quantum energetic line capable of balancing feelings of worry and agitation. The phytothers are like working on the etheric level. Follow for more or gain insight to add energy medicine to your healing practice. Go ahead and visit tonyad.tv/phyto-5 or email info@tonyad.tv and I will see you on the other side. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic being. I love that. The winter water season. I just realized it is my mom's heavenly birthday today. So while we're waiting for people to hop onto the show, the live stream, or tune into the replay, being that we are actually in the role of being our own boss, being in our own control center, this arena falls in different areas for each and every one of us. Going with the structure of the flow, are we able to release control? Yesterday, I should have coined it, and I'm changing the title to Ground Control to Major Tom. But this energy of releasing and opening up to accept and going with the flow is easier within our sacred heart today, the chalice of who we are. Knowing the space that we are in, it's a space to accept, a balanced inner realm, if you will. Of course, my father needs to call me in the middle of the show. Back to that got a little strange. But it's a management system that lights up our heart center to our core. So if you're like me, questioning everything, staying curious, it appears that way. We're creating something that isn't possibly landed yet. You may be in the flow, which is the calmness that excites us down to our bones, the ancestor realm, through our heart channel, down to the earth star. When we come across the agents, maybe without a system overload, that's just like Goldilocks and the three bears. It's just right. So with the moon in the dreamy sign of Pisces and Venus doing a spin, even Saturn's doing the dance, we may feel like we're in letting our chaos rip, doing the two-step. But remember, within the chaos, in the divine hurricane, we are restructuring that. It looks like an overhaul where our ambitions, our goals, and how we take control of our own personal streams in order to achieve success of our own heart's desires. Baby steps to the big climb, to the God's mountaintop in a perspective. It's striking a pose and meditation, seeing ourselves kind of settling in and imagining ourselves as a being full of light. Keep your hands in receivership of the light. Breathe in, settling into the waters. Form a water that is galactic, calm, maybe a sacred voice, a ship, maybe even a spaceship taking us to another dimension before the brightest star that we are bursts into this restructured form. So really imagining absolute light, the purest form of light, surrounding every particle of our essence, our being, and imagine yourself in the stratosphere, the highest octave of self-love for yourself, and ask what your heart wishes to really receive. Is it your inner genius? Is it your gift, your purpose? Is it a new home, maybe a love life, a new career, children, whatever it is? Just imagine creator energy placing the answers in the palms of your hands and be in receivership. Receive them, accept them, feel them, and if you wish, energetically place them in your heart's treasure chest. And once you sense them, really writing them down and journaling those gifts, it's an opportunity to have a breakthrough to where we heartfelt belong when we master how we create with our feelings. The ingredients, the outs, one could actually happen, the ones that are coagulating through some otherworldly activations through the channel of intuition. And then our heart opens to accept and receive in a altruistic kind of magnanimous kind of way. So with that, welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host, traveling through space and time. I'm a practicing holistic shaman, medium, otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. I do go by the term holistic Sha medium, which is a blending or a merging of them all in one container. But my intention is to utilize the indigenous ways, the technologies, along with the elemental realms, our original divine blueprint to navigate our soul's harmonic. It's like geometry in the star grid with these elemental, imaginal, into and through the cosmic realms of our eighth energetic center, the cosmos, subtle energy centers, the unseen, with offerings, rituals, and prescriptions, the otherworldly kind, of course, and bringing them into this world, really adding to the sauce of your main stage ingredients within your container of your personal medicine, the star that I believe we all are. And that's kind of highlighted today, really assisting you maybe in navigating your inner genius or discovering what your personal medicine even is, whatever your star is that I believe we all are. We're doing our own walk of fame, right? On the starlight, reintroducing you to the essence, the being that resides within you that is magical, so that your light shines brighter. No need to dim the star that you are. Share your light. My name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channels, please do. YouTube or otherwise, I kind of stream all over the place. I'm like a rocket star myself. Tonya D on YouTube and my Musing with Tonya D podcast. Super excited about this upcoming season, I must add. The power pathway is along on the highway, along with our throat center. It's our spiritual voice, the truth, claircognizance or clairhearing, clairaudience, merged with the command center, along with sacred space. So I hit all of these in the corridor, the opportunity of change your stars. But with that, I also want to give a big shout out to the Village and Ruby. I saw you subscribe yesterday. I appreciate that. New subscribers and those of you that have been part of my journey, my show, since the beginning. We're going to be nipping and tucking 2023 here. And also those of you that do tune into the replay and comment after. I do hear you, I do see you, and I do appreciate you as well. And remember, if you hit the bell and the white button so you're notified, that really helps echo out the algorithm. And a comment or a share does get you a message for your day to get you on your way. No need to be shy about that. And again, you can also find me on other social channels, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, a little tucking there. But remember, I really am your otherworldly shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer. But sometimes we need somebody to get us out of our own magical way. That's kind of what I do. I'll meet you where you are and see you where you're at. And the daily snippet, what do I muse about here? The cosmic energy, the galaxy, the elementals, which are so grand, subtle energies, the channels, the auric field, the light star that you are, a message for your day, the subtle energy centers. And I really love the elemental energy. I think sometimes it gets put on the back burner. But the command center, this is managing the system like a voice is heard. It's the hearing sister, clairaudience. And being in that awareness of what we are aiming for, our star. But receivership is the key. It's like, are we able to open up and receive? This is almost like clashing to the vibration of the energy of today. Reminds me of Clash of the Titans. Like controlling, maybe you're closed up or closed off. Maybe there's some bonding happening. Sensations of feelings like maybe you're losing control. You're in the chaos. You're in the storm. Or maybe you're not able to focus in and be in the center of the storm, or the zone of neutrality as the storm's kind of going around you. It's really about going with the flow, being in the waters, being in the peace of those waters. Our day feels like similar to the Chinese New Year, the water rabbit, which I'll get to. But throughout the day, the messages are really connected to our personality, our ability to kind of manage ourselves, be self-disciplined. If you have been overly controlling or a bitch to yourself, Cinderella, even under motivated sitting binging on Netflix, I don't ever do that. Not. The delicacy of this energy is going to reveal the truth of where we are out of balance. So it's time to improve our skills, our techniques, maybe upgrading our system on how we manage and what we say in our inner world to ourselves. So it's like, are we fighting with ourselves on the inside? And you may find perhaps new ways to literally be more open, different ways of approaching yourself, opening the door to yourself. It's being an inner leader, leading with your inner heart. We are our own boss. Instead of self-sabotaging our inner world and blaming and shaming for any of the things or beyond that, perhaps, open the door to a different approach, take a new path, start with the little things or just baby compliments for yourself. Bow in the mirror on what you have done, the progress that you've gone through, things that you have done throughout the year of 2022 instead of the things that you haven't done. It's the choreography and the baby steps. Love, absolute light, compassion along the way. It really lights up a pathway to having our own self-leadership skills. And once we change the environment, the behavior shifts, the skills transform, even a new belief will light the way. And then we identify differently with who we are inside of ourselves. And you, my friend, are a magical being full of starlight. So it's time to shine those rays of yours. Receive the rays from the divine as well. It really is a two-way stream. And be the parent that your heart wished for. Experiment with loving ways to your inner management team. You may feel like you're having a system overload. That can be a thing, but really create some sacred space to just be who you are inside of yourself. It's a lot happening, I must say. And I've got some great images because you know how I am. So here we've got it. I went with the stream of the cosmos. I was kind of feeling like that was like an absolute light stream hitting into the earth realm, a river stream, which is awesome. And then we've got the peaceful waters of a mountain lake and a big wave, a galactic wave, bringing maybe some chaos to cleanse the way. Those are your options for the messages, which are galactic juicy today. And just a few announcements. I do have the upcoming season podcast, Season of the Witch, Mages, Seers, and Wizards. I do have a podcast coming out next week. You'll get an announcement for that. When it's on the highway, I'm doing things up a little different. And the Rising of the Origins is on the highway. The link to join, it's free. It's a free immersion with a portal of goodies, including a meditation to get your inner smile inside of you. And are you doing the 12-day ritual that I prescribed during the new moon? Goals, the incubation of the goals each month, a new intention along with an intention for the year for the 2023 cycle. So an intention for each month. We kind of started that around the sun. But I'm also going to be adding the water rabbit to the Rising of the Origins. The water rabbit season actually starts on the 20th of January, I believe. I could be wrong. Or the 22nd, somewhere in there, along with the new moon on the 21st. So there's a lot of things percolating that's happening. So I'm adding that to the Rising of the Origins immersion. So add that to your calendar. Join the wait list if your soul's nudging you to be a part of that container, the village. And remember to check your inbox when that arrives. I still got to nip and tuck there a little bit. Let's be real. And the elemental highway. The elementals really give us insights into different elementals for energy healing, energy medicine practitioners. I like to call us artists of energy healing. So if you've in the corridor of the evening of elemental energy, I've been working with light, sound, and vibration on the body to heal different conditions of what's going on inside the body where this resonance field. So if you feel like adding energy medicine to your practice through the realm of the elementals, that's kind of how I started that journey. But the skin is a reflective organ. I see it kind of like as the denser field of our auric field, but it's the largest organ and our body never lies. So whatever's going on inside the body generally reflects on the outer body, usually through the skin. So for me, it's feng shui for the body, wind and water, reading the language of the body through the elementals, healing the body and healing the home or vice versa. The environment needs to be cleansed, right? Because it becomes static instead of dynamic. Along with the river pathways, which are the meridians, we've got the pathways on the earth plane. There's so much good juice there. But today on the elemental highway, we do have A Yin Wood Rabbit of a day, a Yaya or a Yai Mao. But our day is stronger. It's stronger. Actually, it's pretty strong. Stronger actually than yesterday, but the vines and grass. And every time the grass is pruned, it becomes thicker. It gets more dense. Yin energy is also, it's always stronger than yang energy. But our day is a force to be reckoned with here. There was something else I wanted to muse about. Oh, the rabbit producing. It's a very productive day. And all that water, our vines are nourished, holding the energy to burst in the spring. The hour of the dragon, which is actually earlier today, we had a complete wood direction, the east direction, which is wealth, prosperity, the rabbit producing, and we got the tiger there. So there's a lot movement, right? These are ideas flowing, visions increasing, manifesting, becoming real. And the spirit of our day, it likes to make things happen, instigating them, willing to be overly accommodating in order to reach the goal, to get to the highest peak of the vine. The rabbit is a friend to assist our day, and our day is full of a positive, optimistic resources, a mentor, somebody that guides our day, big water, galactic guidance. That's kind of how I came up with our options today. But the tiger in the seams there, it's like divided waters between the two. The water's dividing like an island, I guess, a lone tree, hiding the wealth, the prosperity for growth, and the abundance. But our day has big waters, so it's protected. I would say go with the flow, the unseen streams of the ocean, the Milky Way, similar again to yesterday. However, it's more resilient, it's more flexible. So it's about going with the flow. Metal's going to bring some leadership, some pruning, kind of like a bonsai tree, if you will, surrounded by pebbles. We do need earth or soil to ground. Our day doesn't have any earth other than what's hidden in the tiger. So we can bring minerals to our day, nurturing minerals, also as part of the metal frequency vibration, or air, breath work. And the earth gives guidance to the water at the same time. But our day is strong, but it's also growing. Fires dissipating or very dim, all that water. But earth is probably more of what our day needs to give us direction and guidance, and then create fire. It's actually a backwards flow, more of a constructive flow to warm the waters, a constructive cycle, I guess, instead of a growing cycle, if you will. So meditation, that would be kind of the key with all that water there. Get us into the flow of the conversations that go in our mind, through our throat, stuff like that. And back to our little messages. These are your options. I kind of like the streams of the galaxy, just saying, absolute light there. A calm lake, which is great, some peace there. And a big oceanic wave, the chaos, right? But it transforms. There's always calm after the storm. Being that water is abundant, we're in the flow, creativity, our throat center. Water is, that's like the water of our choice there. So let's go with, if you chose the star streams, we'll start with the star streams first. This is great. You get the 10 of coins. I wish I could take better pictures of these cards, but 10 is a manifestation number. It's sacred space of manifesting what our heart desires. Our chalice is full, and it's about trusting the process of what we're creating and manifesting. But we're in the season of Capricorn, so the manifestation may be an emotional foundation, grounding into our home, our family, the house, the safety of the mother. The moon is in Pisces, which is spirit. And being that the coins are earth, physical, our foundation, it's the stability of our foundation. Safety, security, business, could be money. We always associate money with that. Career, nature, our inner nature, which is coming to the seams for 2023, the earth realm. But this is legacy, it's inheritance, it's abundance. That's the message. Maybe you're going to get a check in the mail. Maybe you're going to win the lottery. It's even an unforeseen bonus, maybe. The landlord gives you free rent. I don't know. But this indicates an energy of arrival. Things are coming. It's completion of a cycle. Not only is there success in the finance realm, but there's also stability, a foundation. There's harmony in our relationships. It's a magical time for celebration, that everything is going right in our lives. We are grateful. We're seeing the prosperity of the energetic hiccups, the magic on the other side. Perhaps it doesn't feel like you are there yet, but have faith. knowing that it is coming. So this is really encouraging us to think long term into future generations, like what kind of foundations are we building? It's not about how much wealth we're going to be leaving after we've transcended, but about the energies and the patterns that we are leaving energetically. So if you do have children, these patterns and energies are automatically passed on energetically. It's almost like they're ancestralized, a lot of that happening. If you don't have children, it's still going to happen anyway. Our essence, our way of being, we still leave fragments and footprints and patterns and particles, ripples out amongst the village community. So it's kind of like considering what footprints or patterns, geometry, sacred or not, that we are leaving. And remember that people will do as you do, often not as you say. Patternings, right? Those are kind of fractals and things like that. And just be like, I am in receivership. So following the coins, if you chose the still water, the lake, we've got the Three of Swords, which is great. Believing. These are sacred beliefs, our wishes, blending of the sun and the moon, restructuring our beliefs with an emotion to add to the power of it. But the swords are our intellect, being intelligent, kind of like intel, if you will, change, being brave, going out into the storms. It's power, ambition, air. You cannot catch air. That's a whole nother elemental, air. But this is loss, it's pain, it's grief. It does signify some heartbreak, possibly betrayal. It serves as an acknowledgement to access that you are in or close to this ebb or this flow. Maybe things are feeling very hard, maybe even harder than hard or strict. Despite the place that you might find yourself in, it's important to kind of have an understanding or a learning that this is a part of life. We do need the contrast, the paradoxes of experiences in order to live fully. Life is kind of a strange paradox. We have to kind of touch all parts of ourselves, all aspects of ourselves, different corridors. I'm seeing little strangeness here. But we do need to experience both the duality, the joy, the sharp pains, the heartache often, right? But this message doesn't feel comforting usually. So just allow it to kind of settle into your heart space, feeling it fully. Don't try to wash over the hurt with our egos or engage in kind of band-aiding that behavior. Like, how can we sit still with this message here and imbibe kind of in it? It all depends on our relationship with our heart and our lungs, our grief and our pain, our hurt. Do we repress it? Most people do. Do we slide into anger because that feels safer, we're protected? Or do we try numbing ourselves with alcohol or other kinds of things? Most often when we feel pain, our natural instinct is to escape it, to make it stop somehow. I would prefer myself to go to the mountains, sit in my own sacred chalice by myself. Meditation, right? It's really a challenge often to embrace our pains. That's kind of what I do. I'm a Scorpio moon, so I go inward, deep to those waters. But how we approach our pain really impacts us on some level, getting in touch with our moon, our emotions, for years and years to come. So just examine patterns, see if there are any missteps or steps that can are more present and be more embodied. I reflect and journal. I would be doing a ritual. Usually I do fire rituals, burns, but this feels like a bury, like to bury, following the energy of the earth. Bury, use earth as a conduit for that. And then following the swords, the Three of Swords, if you chose the big wave, this is also great. We're having a great day. Seriously, we are. The Eight of Coins. This is the energy of Capricorn, the sun and the season of Saturn. Structuring, restructuring, control, leadership. I always think of it as an inner authority at the moment. But the 8 is infinite with those 2 zeros. One dissipates, one disperses. The other contains or surrounds. It protects. Earth, again, the physical. Capricorn is an earth sign. So the systems, the corporations, the government, and the 10 is in the earth in Cancer, opposing the sun in Capricorn. So there's that duality. It's polarity light. Not sure you can see the symbology on this card on each of the coins, but this is like diligent work, achieving or reaching your goals. It's a period sometimes of the intense work. Maybe you're feeling like your soul's crushed, or maybe you've managed to find the flow, getting into the flow with it. That's kind of the energy of today. Either way, it's absolutely necessary to be in the flow, keep going. It may be a period that is temporary, but in any pursuit of happiness, peace, or whatever, sometimes it is those hours of diligent work that's very vital. Vitality, that's the energy of nature. Something that can really stop people in their tracks, especially within the metaphysical communities, for making progress, is their emphasis on the ease. So it is attainable, but it doesn't happen just in the exclusivity of work. It often occurs when we align ourselves with the peace, the purity, and the ease of peace. What does that mean? One person may find a project impossible. It's all the emotional streams, and another, when you're in the flow, things fly by. Time is like, whoo, you zip on through it. It really depends on the state of our emotional foundation, our feelings. And a lot of people find themselves immersed in an intentional setting. What does that even look like? So when we go into a silent meditation, a personal retreat, if you will, people will often tell us how surprised, they are when they're finding pure joy in the mundane of doing things like cleaning. Sometimes you can just get into the peaceful flow of cleansing and you feel revived after. And other times you might be washing dishes at home and you're feeling the dread of doing that and the setting of it that invites us into the presence of being embodied, or finding you're filled with ease or peace. It's kind of a purity doing the same chore over and over. So it could be easier to get into a mental space of going onto a retreat, meditation, getting into the feelings of the flow, a specific setting. But this is a challenge often that life is offering us. How can we bring that mentality into our daily lives of being in the zone of peace? That's about integration. And when we're integrating, it often feels awkward. It takes time and space. But this is encouraging us to keep doing what we're doing and knowing that success is going to be on the other side. And again, are you doing the daily ritual I prescribe? I for sure recommend you save the email that I sent out Monday. Flag it. Things are transforming. So with the messages aligned with the energies of the cosmos, the elementals, goals, nature is always in transition. My animal totem appeared last night. Well, one of them did. Pretty interesting there. Dream state. I love my dreams. But just opening up our chalice and bringing in the voice of divine love into the way we are disciplining ourselves, managing ourselves. Words carry power. I hope you created your optimistic vibrational affirmation yesterday. The seed sound of you. Even if you're still working on it, be kind. You're your own boss. Be your own manager. We do have water being a resource getting us in the flow. Sometimes the easiest way to get into the flow is by just letting go, let God, just allow. Allow yourself to see the magic that resides within you. Your heart, the chalice, is the core of our chamber. It already knows the beauty that resides within. And the divine, absolute, pure streams of light that are who we are, the purity, the doves, the wisdom, the chariot, the guardians, the knowledge of our gatekeepers even. So it's a day to do using the power pathway with our divine, controlling in ways that are supporting our inner sacred garden, our inner self, to do what we already know intuitively. We do it already, observing the end results when we simplify and support who we already be on the inside, and it radiates to the outside. So it really is a curious day. It's my mom's heavenly birthday, divinely orchestrated. I just realized that earlier. Be the loving guardian to yourself of your gatekeeper, the streams of love, the goddess to your chalice. Maybe your mom. Just saying. But use earth to structure, give guidance to the waters, root in your goals, the visions, ideas, creating inner balance, weaving those threads, those waves. So I would affirm I am the boss of me, the authority, or I am managing me to the divine absolute streams. And I might have a hiccup tomorrow with my show, just so you know. My morning's full of sessions. But with that, I'll see you on the other side. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Blessings. And water. Doing the water. We all need water, right? kidney energy.
Being that the water season or energetic winter started on November 8th and ends on January 17th, water's associated organs are the yin kidneys and the yang bladder. Our core vital energy is located in the kidneys, so when kidney energy is strong and in balance, we promote regeneration of the body, youth, vibrancy, and vitality. The kidneys are the body's most important receptacle of essential energy, known in traditional Chinese medicine as the root of life. The kidneys are also the root of all yin and yang energy in the body. Kidney qi is almost never in excess, but it is frequently deficient. Causes of kidney deficiency may include overwork over a long period of time, too much brain work, a long vitality-draining illness, overindulgence in sexual activity, acute fever, or overconsumption of drugs or alcohol. The philosophy of the winter season is one of conservation and storage. Without such practice, the result will be injury to the kidney energy, the Najing Suen. An overall good lifestyle helps ensure great kidney health. The water line in Phyto 5 will energetically support your kidney health at this time of the year. Element water tones and firms, increases elasticity, hydrates and softens lines of mature skin. Water is a quantum energetic line capable of balancing feelings of worry and agitation. The phytothers are like working on the etheric level. Follow for more or gain insight to add energy medicine to your healing practice. Go ahead and visit tonyad.tv/phyto-5 or email info@tonyad.tv, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic being.